Hi, welcome to the first Technique of the Week for 2016. Tonight we're going to do a little departure from normal. Several years back I took up the Japanese art of calligraphy that's called Shodo, and I went to a Daito seminar, and a gentleman called Aiki Sensei got really serious with me and was talking about the link between Aiki and Shodo. And a couple of weekends ago I was fortunate enough to be asked to do a demonstration in front of these Daito people. And I demonstrated the link between Shodo and Aiki, as was told to me by Aiki Sensei. So tonight I want to do that, and there's three different levels in Shodo that they call Kaisho, Gyosho and Sosho. And each of them has a different point, and they're teaching you a different thing, and there's a different way of doing them. And to become really good in our Aikido, we need to train in three levels as well. You can't do one level of Shodo without having done the ones that go before it. And in Aikido, you really shouldn't be trying to do the higher end stuff without having done the stuff that's gone before it. So what I'm going to do is, to start off with, just demonstrate a couple of techniques pretty badly and show you where we go wrong with them. And then we're going to go through the process of equating Shodo to Aikido. So Ryan's going to give me a hand tonight. So one of the techniques I see done fairly badly quite regularly is Ikkyo in any form. So Ryan comes around my shoulder. Generally what happens here is we get there and people get stuck about here and then try and riff Uke through and don't use Aiki principles. Rather than leaving our opponent to there and just using our Aiki principles. Another one I see often done quite badly is Shimonage. Quite often we get all excited into this sort of stuff, but I haven't led my opponent, I'm not leading him properly as if I'm kind of making sure that everything's aligned with myself and that his balance is taken. So the first thing I do is I'm going to demonstrate a character done in Kaisho. It's the character Wa for peace, but in Kaisho, it's a very rigid way of doing calligraphy. Each stroke has a particular order, a certain amount of pressure, and it can only be done one way. So in Kaisho, we would perform Wa like this. So as you can see, it's quite time consuming, and I reload the brush several times. And you can see that each time I do a stroke, I'm just making sure each stroke is done properly. So this is Wa done in Kaisho. So you can see each stroke is clear and delineated. Nothing flows into anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 strokes to do this. So now, putting this into Aikido terms, I'm going to look at Shihonage in the same way. So in order to move on in Shodo and do Wa more fluidly, I have to learn the basics first. So Ryan's going to take me across the toe. So here we go, same sort of thing. Got to move my head first. I'm going to take the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 steps in that, 8 steps in that. But ultimately the same end result. Each movement has something that we have to do, and it's a good way to practice. I just make sure that, you know, as bang, okay, centre on him, move his centre, take his balance, okay, now, make sure you can't hit it with that hand by extending through here. There, my centre's still travelling forward, my foot doesn't change when I'm turning, still travelling in that direction. Turn underneath, down. Okay. Now, we're going to move into the next step called Gyosho. So Gyosho is where all those movements start to come together. So this time, if you noticed before when I was doing the Kaisho, each time I reloaded the brush after I did a, or not all the time, but generally I was reloading the brush. So Gyosho is now, it starts to come together. So if I just get Ryan to hold the first one up, this is our facial. This is Gyosho. So now you can see they're the same character, but they're done two different ways. That one there is blocky, it's basic, it's rudimentary. And this one here, you can start to see movement in it. So there's less strokes because they've started to blend together, but it's still the same set of movements, just moving on a step. So now, just pop that note on, mate. Just somewhere on the ground. So now we look at Aiki Shodo. So this time Ryan's going to do a slow control documentary. Now I'm going to do the same set of techniques, or the same set of movements, but instead of them being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's just 1. So now it's 1 full movement. So now the last step is what they call Sosho. So Sosho is where it really becomes your run. It becomes one fluid movement. So. Sosho. So if I have a look, can you bring that one up, Ryan? So between the Keisho and the Sosho, unless you know what you're looking for, it becomes harder to see that this is and that are the same thing. But the reality is it's connected by the Gyosho in the middle. So you've got to move through the 3 steps to get to here, starting with the standard blocky one. Okay? So we only get to here by doing lots and lots and lots and lots of the other stuff first. So in Aiki terms, so we're making the Sosho now. So Ryan's going to come in a fair bit harder this time. So a lot of the rules are forgotten. We've internalised them now. We've gone past the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're not thinking about it anymore. We're just doing it. So it's a lot shorter, it's a lot snappier, and it's a lot more effective. So hopefully that was interesting. We'll be back next week, and we'll probably be looking at something like Sumiyotoshi next week, so we'll see you then.